What up, what up? Welcome back to another Uniquely Average podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm James. And today's topic is going to be the state fair. I'm sure some states have it. I doubt all states have a state fair. But right now, our home state, is going on with the state fair. So we figured we'd talk about just kind of everything that goes along with it.
It empties out your pocketbook is going to be the main thing for me, man. I don't know about you, but
yeah, man, I'd have to agree. It's definitely a fun time, but it can be a very, very expensive time for sure. Everything there is extremely overpriced, and they kind of have you cornered.
Yeah, man, when you buy a beer for the price that you could go to the store and get a six-pack for, it's like, that's kind of when I draw the line on that. Obviously, people do it, though. Like, I'm not against it. It's just, for me personally, I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. I mean, what's cool about the state fair, though, is just the amount of things that it offers. The expo center and, a place where you can go and buy all sorts of random stuff that you'll never need. And
dude, the expo center is like probably my favorite spot. It's got air conditioning, which sign me up for that, dude, any day of the week. But like you just said, dude, like, they got the jacuzzis, which I don't even look at. Like, I'll never get that. But just walking up and down the aisles, seeing random stuff, like, there's definitely things that, like, whoa, I gotta go look at that and consider buying. And after I do, it's like, why the hell did I buy this?
No, I agree 100%. We were walking around there yesterday and looking at everything and was like, wow, these are some interesting things. There's literally something for everyone, I'm sure. But happened to find a giant candy section and spent $13 on candy that I never needed to spend.
You spent $13 on candy?
$13 on candy. Literally, it was $4.30 or $4.50 a half pound. So that was a little outrageous.
Hey, man, gotta go big, right?
I guess so. But we also bought cream puffs.
I was just gonna say, did you get yourself a cream puff?
Let me talk about those
for a second. You went last night, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Let me talk about cream puffs for a second here. You get one cream puff, it's $4. All right, it's not terrible. A little outrageous when you think about it, because it's literally just pastry with some cream in the middle. Whatever.
Well, they're pretty gross. So. $4, $1, either way. For me, it's too much.
Yeah, 3 of them. That's gonna run you $11. 6 of them runs you $20. $20 for something that you could probably put together, cook yourself for like $5, probably less. But dude, that area, I know they sell cream puffs throughout the entire like state fair park, but they got like the pavilion area where you go and it's lines just outrageous.
Dude.
Outrageous, dude.
What are we all waiting for? Like, I'll eat one every year because it's like the thing to do, if you will. But it's just like a bite in. I remember like instantly why I hate this shit. And
I'd have to agree, man. They're not terrible in my opinion. I don't mind them, but I don't think it's worth the $4 and then the wait in the line. Like, the line's the worst part by far. And they think they make the line and the waiting time okay because they have those glass windows that you get to see the process.
Man, do they look thrilled that you can see them too, man. Like, maybe get the people that have smiled, that have figured out smiling down in their life, put them close to the window,
Yeah, dude.
It's like Dwight said, how to sell the beach. You put the good ones up front to attract the people. And, here it's like, dude, the people that got working the window there, they
do not seem happy to be there, man. Dude. But that is what it is, I guess. But another thing is just the cost of the food. Like, outrageous. Now, obviously, we were talking about cream puffs, but for a brat, quarter-pound brat, we're talking $6. It's like you can get a whole pack of brats for $6. They're good, don't get me wrong, but outrageously priced.
See, I went in the morning time with my wife and my son, and we just tried to beat the crowds because, we'll get to the crowds, but I went with them. And we got went to the big grilled cheese place that they have there where they have like 100 different kind or whatever. And they got the mac and cheese, grilled cheese. And I think I spent like $23 at that one little place. I was like, geez. Like, it's good, but it's like still hungry.
Yeah, no, I agree. And it's all like, I don't want to say it's all fried food, but it's all like.
It's definitely like 90% fried food if I'm thinking like. It's
just not
every
stuff
year,
that, like,
too, that's the big thing is what are they going to deep fry this year at the state fair? What is it? They're up to donuts. They did donuts. What was the big one last year? It was
what, bacon or something?
Yeah, it was like deep fried bacon on a stick or something like that. Dude. It was not even like that creative or cool, but it's like that's what everyone had to get down there and try.
Yeah, dude. No, I mean, just walking past, like, I feel like a big thing this year was, like, donuts in general. I saw so many different places you could buy donuts, dude. It was kind of outrageous. Like, don't get me wrong, everyone loves a donut here and there, but they're not, like, the best thing in the world.
I don't know, man. Like, I'll eat a donut, one here and there, as you said, but, like, I'm not trying to, like, hit up, like, 5 different stands for a donut. That's not going to fill me up, and really, for me personally, donuts after, like, 2 just kind of...
It's a little rough.
A little rough on the stomach, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, what's cool about our state fair, though, is just, like, I guess kind of the diversity of it, though. There is so much you can get. And, I mean, another cool thing about it is, you know, they have the fair itself is kind of split into the two sections. You know, they got all the food and all that stuff in the expo center. And then on the other half of it, they have, what is it, Spin City or whatever? That's, like, the little, like,
You talking, like,
rides and
area?
stuff. Yeah.
Oh
We spent a good amount of time in that area.
You went to the rides?
I didn't ride any rides personally, but my girlfriend and my
What is
brother
the
and
all-day
stuff did.
pass going for these days?
Dude, I want to say it was like $40 or something like that.
I mean, if you're going to be there sunrise to sunset, go ahead and do that. That makes sense. But, dude, I don't know. Do they do the ticket thing where you buy like $20 worth of like little tickets and you turn those in?
Yeah,
Right?
oh yeah, no, they do the tickets, dude. It was
Oh, my God.
$30 for 40 tickets. Each ride's like 6 tickets. Really don't last you that long when you think about it.
But they're not doing that for the food, though, right?
No, not for the food.
I hate one of the fairs you and me went to earlier was a church festival around here, and they did the whole like,
Dude.
give me $20, I'll give you $20 in little tickets that you can't return, but everything's like 6 tickets or whatever, which is equals out, and they're all like 50-cent pieces, but I hate that thing, so I'm glad they're not doing it.
No, I agree. I think it would be kind of pointless for them to do that. It would be not pointless, but it'd be hard for them to do that. But either way, man, Spin City was cool. Don't get me wrong. The rides, they're all right. Whatever. Just I don't know, man. Kind of a waste of money if you're really thinking about it.
The Ferris wheel looked cool. I didn't really make it over there. I mean, you could see the Ferris wheel no matter where you are in the park. That looked like it was like a nice big one.
The big one, the line was outrageous, man. I can't even imagine how long it was. Probably like at least an hour wait.
Jeez, dude, I'm not waiting in line for that, dude. It's not even like it just goes so slow, dude. Like, I mean, it's always with any of those rides, though. You think about it, it's like even when you go to Six Flags or something, it's
Yeah, no, I agree.
35-minute wait, and I'm done.
Yeah, no, 35-minute wait for a 2-second ride. It's definitely not worth it. The wait is terrible, especially with the heat that we had yesterday.
And that you said the ride area is pretty packed last night?
Yeah, it was pretty packed for the most part. I mean, a lot of people just like walking around and just a bunch of little kids running around and, crazy. But
I think our state fair is actually like the state fair itself is probably one of the bigger ones across the country. I think Ohio is technically like the one you have to go to in a lifetime, they say. But I think ours is pretty big. I think overall, the rides should be better than most and everything.
Yeah, no, I think they're pretty good. Just the random ones that they had that the people I know went on were relatively good. Just like ones that like do a lot of spinning and all that, and I'm not into all that. So
I hate those. Like, what's the one where like you get in and you stand on the wall? You know what I'm
like
talking
Zero
about?
Gravity or
And
whatever.
it just spins
Yeah,
and like
dude.
everybody like puts a leg up and then
no, dude. I'm
Get
good
me
on
off that fucking thing,
You
dude.
eat all that deep fried food and your stomach gets in a knot, and then you want to go ride on these rides. It just sounds like a recipe for throwing up.
That's the worst one if someone does throw up, dude. It just goes, it's hitting everybody, dude.
Yeah, definitely not a fan of rides like that. I'm more of a roller coaster guy myself, and they really don't have that to offer at the state fair.
I saw one from the freeway driving in, just like,
Yeah,
it's
there's
just
like that one,
the
like
most basic one,
Right,
like the American
nothing too
Eagle,
crazy, yeah.
but shrunk down to nothing.
Exactly, nothing crazy. But truthfully, I think my favorite thing about the state fair is probably the people watching. Man, just the amount of people that are there with the crazy outfits, the crazy things that they do, and everything like that. It's just outrageous to me.
Yeah, man, I don't know. First of all, just the crowds in general. That's why I go in the morning. I don't know how you went at night. Excuse me. When I'm walking shoulder to shoulder next to people to try to get to the bathroom or just anywhere, like, dude, that main entrance, I've seen that thing packed, dude. And I'm sorry, I'm not dealing with that. Like, my anxiety just goes through the roof and everything. And like, they're all nuts, dude.
Yeah,
not
dude.
all of them, but
I mean, you should have seen some of the outfits I seen yesterday, dude. They were just off the walls, just insane. So one lady, she was wearing probably the worst color blue heel I'd ever seen in my life. The most like just terrible color, and it was probably 6 inches at least. And it wasn't one of those just like a heel, dude. The whole shoe had like a 6-inch lift on it, dude. So she was like an extra 6 inches tall. It was like a boot almost.
Oh my god!
It was just the weirdest thing, dude. It's
just
like
walking around.
How does that comfortable?
Comfy,
yeah, how is that comfortable walking around a state fair? But you know, I mean, to each their own, I guess.
I like the. I'm always a fan of the carnies at the state fair or at any fair, really.
Yeah.
I always like when you walk by and like, all right, come over here. I'm gonna guess your birthday within 2 months or the month of your birthday.
Yeah.
Or I get your weight within like
10 pounds
10
or
pounds or your age within this. It's like, okay, bro. I hope you could do some of that. The only one you couldn't do really is like the birthday one because like
it's pretty random.
It's pretty random, but you're getting 2 months anyway, so it's like,
right.
I wonder who actually like goes up there and plays those games.
Yeah, man. I mean, I would never waste my money on that, but there's people that do it.
You didn't try to win your girlfriend a teddy bear or something?
We played a couple of carny games. They always have that one where you have it's like a Corona bottle on a little like platform, and you got to take like a little fishing pole with a little circle on it, and you got to like lift the bottle with that little fishing pole thing. You ever seen that one?
Yeah, I think so.
We did that a couple times, and
all the fair games, dude. I'm trying to think of no success. It's almost like it's rigged or something.
No kidding, dude. Whatever. But, I mean, I saw a couple people win at it. I mean, the guy that was, like, the carny guy, he can do it, like, every time. So, obviously, it's just a matter of knowing the trick to it. But, yeah, dude, it's crazy. Like, the amount of money that people spend on those games to, like, get nothing or to get a stuffed animal.
Okay, you win this 3 times and then turn it in to get this big thing. So by the time you're done with it, it's like, dude, just go buy one. No, and it's seriously, like not going to fall apart in 3 days. Like, this is the most generic stuff I've ever seen.
Right. No, I'd have to agree 100% with you on that. And there's like that basketball one. You got to shoot the basketball. If you make it in, you like get a prize or whatever. That one was like $4 a crack, dude. Majority of the time, like the rims are like bent or something, and then people are just going up there. Like I saw probably 15 different people try it, and I think one guy happened to make it.
Yeah, the thing about those ones too. I mean, I'm not good at basketball in general, but like you're always walking around the park. This goes for like Six Flags too, and you got the one dude dribbling the ball when they're walking, just like, I won this shit, you know. Like,
no, I feel you. You got to show off.
We get it, you know. You want a basketball with like your state logo on it or something. How much did it cost you?
Yeah, no, exactly. Did you spend one ticket's worth doing it, or did you sit there for an hour shooting a basketball and hopefully make it into the hole? You know, that's a great question.
Did they have the one? I like the one game where it's like a rope, and then it's like not like a ladder, but like, you know, thing to climb up.
Oh,
and then it's and you gotta make it to the top and like ring the bell or whatever.
I don't know if they had that one there. I'm sure they did. I don't know if I saw it, but
I know that one's like a little harder and rigged in their favor, obviously. But that is one I always like trying, just because I don't know why, but I always do. That's like the one I'll always do.
Right. Yeah, the one that I tried too is like, I don't know. It's tough to say that it's rigged by any means, but it's just a complicated one. It's where like they have all the beer bottles set up, and you have to throw baseballs at them to crack them or whatever. And like I did that one, and I had real little success, which kind of frustrated me because I used to pitch baseball in high school and middle school, so I consider myself pretty good.
Probably went up there like, I got this first try.
Dude, definitely thought I did. You know, I was gonna show off a little bit, win myself or my girlfriend a little prize.
Hand her this and be like, yeah, used to pitch.
Right, exactly. Went up there and got myself embarrassed, and didn't happen to do anything. But it is what it is, I guess. I hit the worst part is I hit the bottle once and it like bounced off, and I was like, how is that even possible?
I'd be like, I see the bottle. You're like, no, can't move them.
Right.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Dude, carnies, dude. I bet they got stories, dude.
Oh, I can only imagine, man. Sit next to a carny talking to him for like an hour. I bet you got like the most random, weird stories you could ever imagine.
Yeah, that's what I should do next time I go to. I don't know if I'll go anymore this year, but if I do, it's like I should just go talk to a carny for an hour.
Listen.
Just listen.
I feel that.
I'm just here to listen to you.
Yeah.
Get all the life stories from you. I bet they're interesting as hell.
Oh, I can only imagine, dude. You when you guys went, did you guys run into anyone that you knew?
No, actually, we went, like I said, super early. I think they opened at 8 yesterday, but I thought they opened at 9. So we got there at 9. I mean, it was still a little bit busier than normal, it wasn't that busy, but it was busier than I thought it would be if we got there, like, right away. And we didn't run into anybody. I mean,
I feel like that's always the worst when you run into the people you don't want to see. Have the awkward conversation.
Like a coworker or something. It's like, hey. Are we walking yet? You know,
right. No, I feel that.
My group's all the way over there now, so I got to go fight through people. You know,
right?
Got to just buckle down and move through.
Yeah, my girlfriend ran into some people that she knew with one of her friends, and they were in the expo center, and I swear they talked for 15 minutes, and I was like, 15 minutes, really? I thought this was one of those things where you just said hi, bye, and you walked away and you kept going, but I sat there looking at random things for 15 minutes.
Dude, that's the worst. It's like there or like just out with my wife if she'll run into like a friend that like I don't really know. It's like I'm pretty awkward, socially awkward, so it's like I just sit there and it's just like 15 minutes. My God, that must have felt like an hour.
No, I agree, dude. It was rough, man. It was definitely one of those things where I was like, wow, this could end at any time. And I actually forgot too. I think I talked to you before we did this that I didn't run into anyone I knew. And I actually ran into a group of 3 guys that I went to high school with. And man, let me tell you, one of the guys I ran into, I'm not going to obviously say any names. I don't want to put anyone on the spot like that. But man, did he look rough. Definitely was high on something or drunk or something, man, but he just looked rough. Definitely needed to shave. Kind of looked a little bit homeless in a sense, but one of those kids that was popular in high school who must have really just fell off.
That happens?
Must have really fell off when high school ended, but ran into a couple other guys in the group. They were pretty cool. Didn't mind them from high school, but definitely hate those conversations. You got to be like, oh, who are you here with?
Hey, what are you up to?
Right. Yeah. What you been doing? Oh, working. Oh, yeah, me too. All right, cool. Catch you later.
Those are either like, when that happens, that's either like the person's like, hey, man, let me tell you how awesome I'm doing.
Right.
Like, no one else will listen, but I got you on the spot. So I'm going to tell you how great I'm doing. Or it's just like, it's just super awkward. Like,
yeah, no, there's really no avoiding it.
We had that class together and didn't talk, so what are we doing this for? Like,
yeah,
let's just move on.
It's best when you it's not too bad when you run into a person that you knew from like high school or something, and they just like they notice you, and they just like, oh hey, and they just like walk away.
Just give the chin nod,
dude. It's perfect. Like that actually happened to us. Like we got some. It was right by the cream puffs, actually. We got a cream puff, whatever. We went to sit down and eat them quick. And just so happened that somebody I went to high school with worked at one of the coffee shops inside there. And she was like sitting down on her break, and we literally sat at the table next to her. I like looked up, and she like looked up at me. We made eye contact. I gave her like a little nod, and she just went back to work. Like, perfect.
Right.
Didn't have to have that awkward conversation. What you been up to? What I've been up to? Just got on with our day.
Hey, I recognized you. You recognized me. We're moving on, you know?
Right. She's got to get back to work. I don't want to have that conversation. I can go about my day.
Although sometimes, like, when you run into those people, it's like the other guy or whatever, like, you feel, like, if that's the truth, like, you feel bad for him. You know, you don't wish negative things on anyone, but sometimes when I run into people from high school and you see them like that, it's like, doing better than you.
Exactly. Like, a little bit like,
like I'm not
nice
struggling
feeling.
or nothing, but there's times in life, you always question, like, could I be doing better? And it's like, all right, doing pretty good.
Right. Especially when it's one of those people that, like, was in high school as a popular kid who thought, everyone thought was going to turn out to be somebody, and you see them a little bit down on their luck, and it's like, man, I'm doing something right.
At least I got like a roof over my head,
right? Stuff, a decent paying job, and successful things going on, and doing things that I can and enjoy doing and stuff like that.
Did you you make it over to the pavilion, the one center that's like all the stuff that's made here in Wisconsin?
Oh yeah, the Wisconsin Pavilion. Dude, that's like my favorite place.
That's like where I like to go.
Air conditioning.
Yeah, exactly. We made it there, and that's like when my son started kind of having a rough time with it, so we kind of called it after that. But that was always my favorite place to go. Just, it's obviously all local stuff and everything, and
yeah, it's cool, dude. They've got like all sorts of like cheese and sausage and all sorts of good food. Really, just really enjoyable area.
That's where I would spend most of my money.
Yeah, dude. No, just like I said, dude, I spent a lot of money on chocolate milk there.
Chocolate milk. Yeah, you told me earlier before we went on that They upped it from a quarter to 50 cents.
Yeah, dude, it's a little disappointing, dude. I think they just like thought to themselves, "Why are we doing this for a quarter?"
People are going to be lined up forever anyway. What is it, like a little 2-ounce cup
It's
anyway?
a little bit bigger than that, actually, surprisingly. But, like, I mean, you got to think about this. Who just has quarters on them? So you're going up with $1. You're going to get 2 anyways. I mean, I went up there. I got 2.
Yeah, I guess before it was like, give me 4, you know.
Girlfriend didn't want one. Might as well just take 2.
If you wait in that line, though, you better get like 4 or something just to make it worth it. But then you're walking around with all these cups because you got to be like, give me the strawberry, give me the chocolate.
Dude, they got some weird flavors. Is it like a mint one? I want to say there was like a root beer one. It's like, what?
Call me old fashioned, dude. I like my 2% white milk.
Yeah, dude, white milk, maybe a little chocolate milk, maybe strawberry milk. Switch it up a little bit here and there. Definitely a fan of milk, though, so I definitely spent my good portion of milk. So one thing that I did have this year that I had never seen in the past, and me and my brother actually split one, was they had like a milk candy bar.
See, I would have tried that, actually.
It was $1. I was like, you know what, $1, I'll try it. Why not? It was actually pretty good. It kind of reminded me of like, almost tasted like a Swiss roll, but like in the form of a candy bar. I don't know. It was good.
I actually think I kind of like the Swiss rolls if I'm thinking of the right thing, too. So
it was probably pretty good. Yeah, I was surprisingly, it was good.
Did you get yourself a corn on the cob?
I did not. I actually was going to, but that's one of those things. The line was a little outrageous.
That's always one of the big ones. Like it's cream
like
puffs.
12 different spots where you could get it, but they were all just ridiculous lines. My girlfriend, she really likes corn, so we actually got her. I'd never seen it, but this year they had corn in a cup. So you could get corn Mexican style in a cup, or you can get it on a cob. Obviously, they had all of that, but she got it in a cup, and that was actually really good. We happened to must have gotten in line at the perfect time because we were like 10th in line. By the time we got to the front of the line, dude, we was like at least 50 deep.
That's always the best.
It's like, geez, dude. It's like, I don't know if it was worth waiting that long, but it was good. I mean, don't get me wrong. And it was cool because it was something that like I'd never seen there before. I didn't even know they did corn in the cup. I mean, you see those people walking around with like the giant turkey leg and whatever, but
the corn in the cup would be good too, just because like I like the corn on the cob obviously like a lot. It's really good and everything, but like it's definitely harder to eat, and then you always feel even like
it's in your teeth.
You feel like it's there, and then it's like get self-conscious about wanting to talk and stuff. But I would have tried the corn on I didn't know they did in the cup this year.
Yeah, no, it was cool. And then one of my buddies, obviously, he got like a funnel cake. I feel like they always have those places there. Just random food that you can always get. They had like a really cool like a tot stand, so like tater tots. They had like loaded ones, dude. My brother got those. They were actually really good. I was impressed.
You're gonna eat your tots.
Yeah. All right, Napoleon. But one thing that they had too, which was cool, is like Saz's sponsored Milwaukee Pretzel Company, which is actually a sponsor of pretzel bites and stuff like that at certain restaurants.
Saw that. It was in the one pavilion. Actually.
Yeah, so
I showed my wife it.
That was pretty good. My brother's girlfriend got a pretzel there. It was good. They had some like all sorts of different kinds of cheese sauces and stuff, and that was cool.
Yeah, like I said, I wish I could have checked that area out a lot more, just because like that is always my favorite place to go, and that is where like I'd get spend most of the money. I remember one year there's like in Milwaukee a big frozen pizza place that they were like kind of like selling cheap there to try to get you to try it and stuff. It was just cool like to see a local one trying to get the product out there. I didn't really care for it, but that's why I like that area the most. It's all local stuff, selling stuff, trying to get the name out and everything.
No, definitely. Did you guys happen to make it by the animals at all?
No.
That was cool. I mean, it's like I feel like it's the same thing every year, but seeing the goats and the cows and stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely like you said. It's the same. I mean, you saw it once, you've seen it 100 times. You know what I mean? You're fine, but it's definitely something I do like to go see every time I'm there. Which
this was probably the first year that I didn't go and see the pig races.
The pig races, dude. That was. Obviously, I didn't go see it this year, but dude, as a kid going there with buddies and stuff, man, it was always go to the pig races. What do we got, like $3, $1 a race,
Dude, seriously though, make a couple of bets on it, dude. I like the pig races. It's cool. It's like everyone seems to get jam packed in there though.
That's the one thing that I don't like about it, dude. Is like you got to get there at the end of a race. to go
And
get your
sit there.
seat,
Yeah,
and
you
it's
gotta
like,
sit
it ain't
there
like
for-
they're running these every 10 minutes,
No,
dude. It's
I think I was looking and they were running them every like hour or so.
that's
or
what I'm
every 2
saying, dude. To
hours.
like go around this little track once, it's like, dude.
Yeah, dude, definitely not worth the wait sometimes. But it's cool. Like I said, it was cool that they have that at least. Like I said, I didn't get to see it this year, and it's probably one of the first years I haven't seen it. But the pig races are cool. They also have obviously like horse shows and stuff.
Where you like just walk it around. That's like a competition too.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
we whatchamacallit, we stopped in there in the little pavilion that they have for that just to like sit down and eat for a minute because it was I feel like it's never packed in there, so you always can find a seat. But it was cool. I mean, you see like all sorts of different kinds of horses and stuff, but animals is always a cool, nice, cool attraction.
Especially with the state, like you see all the cows and stuff, and
Right.
like, what really goes into it and stuff. But I forgot about it. It's like across the street from the pavilion, from the expo center. It's like got like the flowers, but it also has like art that you can like send in, and it gets graded by the fair.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I don't know if a lot of people go in there, but
yeah, my one year my cousin actually, she put some art in there, and she
dude.
like placed pretty high. Actually, it was cool.
I like seeing a lot of the art. I mean, some of them are just like pretty basic pictures, and I was like,
I could draw.
it wasn't even a drawing. It was just like one of them that took third place was a kid holding a picture up of State Fair ticket from last year.
What?
It's like, okay, I'm gonna go do that. But I mean,
No kidding.
There were a lot of really cool pictures in there that I thought I actually really liked that area, and actually I got to go fully around that and see everything, so I was pretty pumped about that.
Yeah. I guess one question for you is, what do you think of the Sky Glider? You ever ride those?
That the thing that just takes you across the park above
Yeah,
everybody?
yeah.
I've never been on that thing in my life. Maybe once.
Yeah, they always seem so sketchy to me. I feel like they're like every festival, like they're at like
What
Six
is it?
Flags
What is
and
that?
all
What does it
stuff.
cost to get on that? Bad
That's
boy?
what I can't even imagine, dude. It's probably expensive. You ride it, your shoe falls off.
I feel like it doesn't even take you anywhere. Like, I mean, it takes you somewhere, but it's not like
It takes you from one end to the other end, dude. So
Yeah,
if you want to be by the expo center and you want to just skip everything in the middle, go by the Spin City and like all the rides.
so. That's what I was saying. It takes you to the rides.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I thought initially it like was like the other way corners, and like where it didn't actually take you to the rides or anything. So
Yeah.
it was like, okay,
Right.
I'm just in another random part of this area.
Right.
But no, I've never been on that. I know they got that at like the zoo and stuff too, and it's
It's just not a bad thing.
yeah.
Could spend money on.
Did somebody like fall off one of those
Yeah,
a
I
couple
think
years
so,
ago or
dude.
something
I
like that? I don't know if
think
that
so, man.
happened or not. I feel
It's
like that did,
sketch,
though.
dude. It's not a cool ride in my opinion. Not worth it either. Did you see off to the side, like underneath the bleachers and stuff, how they do that like mile fair or whatever?
Yeah, because I park on the racetrack
Oh, okay.
and come up through there, so then I see it all right away. That's one area I do like to like check out on the way out, especially if you go like later at night. They might try to give you more deals and stuff, but
Yeah, there's some cool stuff in there. A lot of it like
it's the same as the expo. It's like
sports memorabilia, stuff like that, all sorts of stuff. But pretty cool.
yeah, like that. Where do you park when you go there?
Honestly, this year, we kind of have like I don't want to say a plug, but like we had a nice little, one of my friends knew somebody that has a house right there, like literally right across from State Fair, and we just got to park in. We parked in his driveway. He obviously like gets people to come in, like they park in the place. So we just parked in his little driveway spot, and you leave your keys with him, and he'll move your car if it needs to. And one of the garage spots opened up, so he just pulled my car into the garage, dude, and I parked in the garage the whole time. So
Like everybody leaves the keys though.
no, just us. Just because we had to. We were like in the driveway spot, so like where everyone.
I get
came
that.
in.
I was gonna say like, dude, I would not be parking on somebody's lawn and giving them my keys.
Right.
But
No, that's yeah.
I get it if you
It's
knew
one
the
right.
guy,
It's one
yeah.
thing if you know the person, another if you don't. But yeah, so it's free parking for us, which is cool. I mean, that saves you. I don't know. What'd you pay?
It's $12 to go on the
I
field.
was just gonna say $12 or $15. So.
And I mean, honestly, it's like if you were parked across the street, like you're in the park. Like I had a hike. You know what I mean? You got to go down the tunnel, then up the tunnel.
Right.
And it's like pushing
I
a
mean,
stroller.
we literally had to go across one street, and we were like right at the entrance there. And
Yeah, what is that? Is that 76 or 80? Is that 84th?
84th or 85th. Yeah.
So you're there.
Yeah, was effortless.
Was it like how was traffic in general though?
Traffic was rough. I mean, anytime you go down there and there's something going on, I feel like all around in the general area, it's pretty packed, and just there's so many people walking too. So it's like no one's obeying the traffic laws, and it's just.
Then they got all these cones up because they don't want you turning left on like Greenfield at all from like 84th to like 70th or 69th almost.
Yeah, dude,
Dude, when we left, so we're pulling out of the racing track area, and then there's a cop that pulled someone over right there. And it's like 2 lanes, but it's like, now I got to go like over this cop. It's like, dude, couldn't you have pulled him down
like a little farther
in between? Yeah, because there's our exit and then like, a block down another exit. Couldn't you pull him down pull him over in the middle? It's like, dude, you're just making this stuff worse.
Right.
I was getting such road rage when I was driving down there yesterday. Dude, and that was at 8:30 in the morning.
Always, dude. Always. That's one of the most frustrating things about it is just trying to get there or leave.
Oh, leaving. I just want to go home. But I mean, everybody does. But like you said, though, you got people crossing, and I can only imagine. How late you stay?
We stay till like, I want to say 8-ish.
Oh, that's so. Yeah, when does it even open till? It's not open till 2, right?
I don't think so, dude. I don't know. It's open late.
They're not open till bar closes.
Probably like midnight, though, I would assume. I mean, it's definitely open pretty late, I want to say. I don't know. We got there like 3:15, and we stayed till like 8. I mean, 5 hours in the heat. It was.
How do you do it, bro?
Dude, it was rough, man. I'm not even gonna lie. I got home, passed out, man. It was exhausting. It's one of those things, dude. It's just like the heat and all those people, and
yesterday was hot in general.
It just takes a lot out of you. But
after I left State Fair yesterday, we went to the lake with a couple other buddies and just rode around on the boat. And like I just laid on the boat, and like I got home and I was just like done.
Yeah.
Went and saw a movie, fell asleep in it, Could blame the movie, but I think it was just me being extremely tired.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Because, I mean, dude, even just for the little bit of time I was at State Fair, it's like, dude, you're there 5 hours, dude. That's like, damn, dude, you should got a Fitbit and checked it out, dude. That's a lot of walking, dude.
I was going to say, I looked on my phone at one point, and that was before, like probably like a good hour or two before we left, and I want to say I was already at like 16,000 steps or something. So I definitely would have to say that it's, yeah, I did 18,000 steps yesterday. I mean, it's not a bad day in itself.
So you left at 8. Was it like, did you like instigate the leaving or?
No, I mean, we were all pretty much ready to go at that point. Like, we had pretty much made it up in our head what we wanted to do from the start to finish. Like, we wanted to start with the Expo Center, kind of like look around. You
definitely have to have a plan getting in.
Oh, yeah, no, you definitely do. We wanted to get some food, obviously. I mean, that's part of the attraction is trying some of the food that they have there. And then we knew that the last thing we wanted to do was hit the cream puffs up, because if you're going to take any of those home, you got to do that last. Otherwise, they just...
especially with the heat. Yesterday, it was just melted and even grosser than they already are.
Exactly. So, and my one buddy Jason, he wanted to, take some home. So, with that, we obviously had to do that last, which was, I think it was a good way to end it, just because you got to wait in that line. So while he's waiting in line, we can all just be sitting down over somewhere else, and then finally get out.
And it has AC, but it's like, dude.
It's
not like you're walking in there and just feeling it. It's still crowded in there.
With the amount of people that are in there, it's kind of crazy. But no, overall, man, it was a good time. State Fair is, like I said, it's a good time. It can be a little bit of a damper on the wallet for sure, like you said. But I think, I was there 5 hours. I think I spent, $25-$30. I don't know how much, my girlfriend spent. She probably spent maybe $20-$25 herself. Which, I mean, $60 for 2 people, it's not terrible when you get 5 hours of entertainment out of it. No. So, but it was a good time.
There's definitely people that are there like all day and
spend a lot.
They're spending way more than $60, dude.
No, absolutely. I mean, you could spend $60 in a matter of minutes, really. I mean, depending on what you're buying, whether it's beer for a bunch of people, food, or any of the various crafts and stuff that they sell. So, I mean, it's a good time. Definitely can be a damper on the wallet, but
it's definitely the thing. I think every year I say I think I'm done with State Fair, and then it comes back, and it's like, yeah, I'll go a day. It's definitely a thing I like to hit up every year. It's like a tradition,
Yeah, it's not like Summerfest where you want to go more than one day if there's like a bunch of bands that you want to see. It's definitely one of those things. I don't want to see anything. It's definitely one of those things where I think like if you go and you get everything you want to get done in that one day, you can enjoy State Fair at one time. I mean, it's here for almost 2 weeks, I think, or like a week and a half. So
yeah, week and a half.
I mean, I definitely don't think I would have to go again.
Before we wrap it up, I was just going to ask, like, any bands you seeing that are there?
No, I mean we didn't really go to see anyone in particular. We did look at like the list of the people that were like performing and stuff, which I think that's like almost a little of a, I don't want to say like unheard of thing, because that's not the right way of saying it, but kind of like a hidden gem with the state fair is the fact that we do have live music and stuff at a lot of the stages and the venues.
Well, there's all the bands at the bars.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if the Toys are there, but I know they're like a bigger one around here that go to Summerfest, I'm pretty sure. But
Right.
But even on like the headlining stages and stuff. So
right. No, it was cool. I know later on in the night there's more bands that do perform, but we caught it. While we were eating, we listened to. I don't remember catching any names by chance, but I mean, everyone seems pretty excited to be there, and it's overall a pretty good time.
Oh, fish show.
Well, is there anything else you wanted to touch on?
No, man. State fair. I enjoy it. It's something, like I said, right now I think I won't go next year, but when it comes back, I'll go and I'll enjoy it. It's the crowd I don't like, but overall it's a good time. Good family event if you go during the day, and then at night it's more of a go with your buddies and stuff.
Right. No, I'd have to agree with you on that 100%. Like I said, state fair might not be everything by you, or might not be a something by you guys, but if you do have a local state fair in the state that you live, I would suggest checking it out and going for a little bit of entertainment. But other than that, I think that's going to wrap it up for another Uniquely Average podcast.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks, guys. Have a great rest of your night.
Good luck.